Hello everyone! So today we are going to talk about how to build strong habits. And for that, I'm going to base this video off of James Clear's Atomic Habits, which was our book for our book club in March. And it basically covers everything that you need to know about how to build habits, how you can trick yourself into start doing certain things in a more systematic way, and what are the rules that apply for habit building and for habit tracking. Since there are tons of things to discuss in this video and it's going to be a long one, I want to thank PDF Element for partnering with me today and help me make this video. PDF Element is a PDF editor that offers a seamless experience while you are reading and annotating your documents. Although the interface is simple, it allows you to do three important things. First, it lets you highlight important sentences with the highlight function, which helps you retain the content better. Secondly, you can make remarks when you disagree with certain ideas by adding a text box or a callout. Finally, you can overall make your notes more mindfully. These can take different formats and can be seen from the sidebar in PDF Element, so you can quickly go over the entire document. Overall, PDF Element is a powerful editor that allows you to focus on the really important tools while you are studying or reading to form better habits. PDF Element is available on macOS and Windows, and you can download a free trial if you are curious about this tool by using the links provided down below. So the first idea of Atomic Habits is that the accumulation of tiny habits in a systematic way can drastically improve your life. In the words of James Clear, habits are behaviors repeated enough times to become automatic with the ultimate purpose of solving the problems of life with as little energy or effort as possible. What this means is that habits can work for or against you, especially when we are talking about habit compounding. So since habits can be accumulated, this compounding can be very drastically positive or negative in your life. The more positive habits that compound in your life, the more positive, healthy, and better your life will be. The worse your habits are, the worse will be the compounding and the effect that those habits have on your lifestyle. Habit forming has a cycle comprised of 4 different parts or stages. First you have the cue, the craving, the response, and then the reward. Using one of the examples in the book, the cue can be answering your emails. The craving is you began to feel stressed while you are working about other things in your life or even about the work you're currently doing. The response for that craving is you starting to bite your nails. So the reward will be you are going to try to reduce stress by biting nails. So you're going to form that habit out of a stressful situation, and in this case it's a negative habit. Once you understand this cycle, you are better equipped to start dealing with habit forming. So James Clear presents us with 4 rules for habit forming. These rules can be used in its positive form to try to build new habits, or you can use these rules in its negative form to try to destroy or tackle those bad habits that are already implemented in your life. So the first rule is to make your habits obvious. And for that, you usually use your environment. Basically, habit forming has everything to do with behavioral change. And behavioral change has a lot to do with your awareness of the space you're in and the way you process things in your day-to-day life. In that sense, it's really important to associate a certain behavior with the time and the location. Using your physical environment to raise awareness for these behaviors and these habits is very important to build new ones. So if you are currently trying to drink more water on a daily basis, you can try to place a bottle of water in your workstation or the place you're usually studying, because you'll be constantly reminded of that habit and you're much more likely to start doing it. Another thing you can do, and this is especially highlighted by the author, is start to try something called habit stacking. Habit stacking mainly means that once you've developed a first habit and you've successfully implemented that habit into your life, you can start associating that habit with the second one. Basically, the reasoning here is that after doing habit number 1, you start doing habit number 2. An example can be after pouring yourself a cup of coffee, you will meditate for 10 minutes. And after you meditate for those 10 minutes, you are going to write a journal entry or create your to-do list for the day. Basically, as time goes on, your brain will start to identify that second habit with the first one. If your first habit was already very well implemented, then you'll have an easier time implementing habit number 2 because it will be way more natural than trying to isolate that second habit in time and in space. The second rule is to make your habits attractive. The more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely it is to be habit forming. A very easy way to make everything more attractive is to associate your habits with a social group. People are more prone to follow habits that are actually followed in their current social group. This does not necessarily mean that you're going to mimic all the behaviors of the people around you, your friends and family, but it rather means that you can gather a lot of inspiration from people that are following the habits you want to follow. It can be very beneficial for someone who is trying to read a lot to be inserted in a book club because you are going to have all these updates from your fellow book club members, you are going to go to meetings in a regular schedule, and overall that reading implementation habit is going to be much easier than someone who is trying to isolate themselves from the world and trying to do it on their own. Rule number 3 is to make habits easy, and I think this is the easiest part of habit forming. Basically, all you have to do is trick yourself to start a habit instead of tricking yourself to finish a habit. James Clear actually talks a lot about this when it comes to fitness habits and fitness goals. Instead of focusing on doing 1 hour workout at the gym every single day, if you're coming from a place where workouts or fitness levels are very low and you're not used to that kind of routine, maybe it's very important that on the first step you try to show up at the gym. Maybe a 15-minute workout is best suited for you to start developing your fitness habits instead of trying to pursue this ultimate goal of being very fitness prone and going to the gym every single day and doing something that is very different from your current schedule. A good way to summarize this is to use the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule basically says that in order to accomplish something, you must try at least to do that for 2 minutes. For instance, if you're trying to write a book, a novel, or even a very long research paper, instead of telling yourself that you need to write 1,000 words every single day, why not just telling yourself to open your laptop and write a sentence or at least a small paragraph? Even if it's not the exact outcome you want to, at least you're trying to build that habit of every day showing up for that specific task. When you form the habit of showing up every single day, you are much more prone to start developing that habit at a second stage and take your showing up criteria and build upon it to write more sentences, more paragraphs, more words every single day. The 4th rule is to make habits satisfying. Basically, we are much more likely to start developing habits that grant us rewards because our human brain was just made to prioritize instant rewards over delayed rewards. You can create these rewards for yourself in many different ways, and they mostly depend on your budget, on your availability, or your time. For instance, if you're trying to tackle a large research paper, maybe you can tell yourself that after each 1,000 words you can watch an episode of your favorite series. If you have the budget, maybe you can tell yourself that after 7 successful days at the gym, you deserve a massage. However, James Clear tries to approach this problem with people of all different kinds and with all different types of budgets, and he says that the most satisfying way to build habits is actually keeping a habit tracker. With the habit tracker, you should focus on your progress and not only on your goals, but it lets you see that you're doing things in a good way and that you're positively improving your life. Allowing yourself to not break the chain and see that on paper or in your favorite organization app grants a very satisfying feeling because you finally feel like you can accomplish something. In that sense, habit tracking is a very fundamental part of habit building. And although you can build habits without the habit tracking part, it's really recommended that if you're starting from zero, a habit tracker will definitely improve your experience. It will make you understand where you are failing and why, and it will basically allow you to feel accountable for your habit building and make your experience way more thorough and positive. I want to know what is your opinion on these methods and whether you've read Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I also want to know what kinds of habits are you trying to improve right now. I can definitely say that my main problems with habit building is drinking more water and improving my fitness routine. So I want to hear your thoughts on this. Leave a comment down below and I will see you in my next video. Bye!